Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This one is going to be a doozy, so yeah, grab your seats, put on your seatbelts, and let's get right into it. But first, I want to take some time to say my bad actually. It took a while to upload another video, my Akita video. It got, I wouldn't say viral because it only has about 6,000 views, which is kind of sad, but actually the gains on that have been pretty great. And I've been enjoying them, and I made a video when it was at 3 million. I think at the height of it has reached over 600, 500 million. So that's a nice little return. And yes, by the way, I'm still holding. I'm gonna hold. I said it in a video before. I'm gonna do it for fun. At this point, I don't even know how much more fun it can get. But hey, might take some profits. But you gotta do your own research. In this video, we're gonna talk about this new service and this new crypto actually. Uh, Depends on what I mean by new. Actually, it's not too new. It's been around for a few months now, Q1, Q2, and it is named Walt. It is on the BSC ecosystem, and Walt with the W, the same as Vault, but Walt. We're going to talk about this one. We're going to talk about why it's probably the best and only rival to PancakeSwap in terms of developing, in terms of features, and in terms of security. It is very early, although in the past week or so they released a new protocol, a new swap, a new decentralized exchange, and it has gone up like 6,000%. It has retraced about 50% now, and I bought the dip. And obviously, I want to make a disclaimer. I myself hold a large bag, close to about a million WEX, and I will talk about what everything is. But yeah, the project is called Walt, and let's get started, guys. As you can see here, I have this preloaded. My videos are not too fancy, but we get right to the point. Walt itself has been around for about 3 to 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. I've been around from the beginning. I've made some pretty decent gains. They rebranded recently from Walt to WaultX, which is the token here. Okay. The official website is called Walt.finance. Now, to get to this, you can do a few things. You can actually go to CoinGecko and just type Walt, and you should be able to see here. As you can see here, there's several. Now, this is important, guys. As you can see here, there was a token migration. Don't select old. The new one is WaultX. That's a new token. And you can see more or less that it's been retracing. Even though this, in the past week, about a week and a half ago, it got down to as low as, I'll say point like 2.7 cents, something like that. So even then, if you would have bought, you would have threw extra money on this. You can see the contract address if you want to add it to your BSC wallet address, or if you want to go into exchange it, you can copy here. And then to add the token to your wallet, as you can see here, you will go add token, custom, paste. It says I already added it, so it doesn't let me. But once you add it, it'll be here. Okay. That's what you can do. Let's say that you buy some Walt or some WEX and you don't see it on your MetaMask. You have to add it manually and you'll see your balance. Okay. Now, as I was telling you guys, you go in here. This is a website. It tells you the market cap. This one's still pretty undervalued, 78. In my opinion, very early. Okay, we don't have any major exchanges listed yet. The developers have done great work. They have done about four audits. They're partnered with Certic, the auditing firm, and the guys, the main developer, Mr. Creepy. He's always answering questions. He's never hiding from any of the questions you may have. So yeah, it's actually a win-win. But let's go into the website, Walt.finance. Okay, and this exploded in popularity. I'll show you guys more or less what I'm talking about. So this is a website. It tells you what it is. This is a cool little animation, as you can see here. It's a decentralized finance protocol connecting all DeFi features into Walt ecosystem. We're gonna launch the app, but I do strongly suggest you guys go on the Telegram group, follow the Telegram group, and go onto the, obviously you want to check all these out. Go on to the Twitter account, which will be here. I already had it preloaded, but you can see this here is actually insane. We're talking about a week, maybe a week and a half ago. This number of followers was at like 8,000. So in the last week, we gained about 10,000, 10,500, something like that. And if you guys are not sure of what I'm saying, that this is going to be a competitor to Cake, just look at the engagement. It's one of the clues you can see when you're looking at a project. All these engagements, likes, retweets, a lot of people excited about it. If you click on one, tells you. Okay, so yeah, that's a clue that you can use to see what projects are really going to go somewhere, or projects that are already somewhere. These are all announcements, and do announcements on a daily. And we're going to talk about the token burns from WEX WSwap. But yeah, give them a follow, get them. I would actually suggest, if you're buying tokens, follow and turn on the notifications to all. This is why I have it on my cell phone. So every time they release something, I'm right in one of the first few people to see it, and I can react to it. I can, support them, like the comments, like the videos. So yeah, this is their Twitter account. Let's go back to the website. As you can see here, pretty straightforward. They have three features: WSwap, which is WEX. We'll talk about it more. WLock, which is a vault, and WPad, which is a Launchpad, which is a Walt pad. Okay, the Launchpad, by the way, Walt has launched recently, about 2 days ago. They launched 3 projects. All 3 projects, and I'll name them all, have been extremely profitable for the participants. And the great thing is that if you stake into their vault, to their lock staking for 30 days, and if you have the minimum amount, you will get a guaranteed allocation. So for so far, all of the projects have done a 20x right off the bat. Some of them have retraced, and my favorite so far has been Euler Tools. I've made quite a bit of money on that one, but I also made some money on the recent one, which was Holder Swap. We'll talk about that one too. Let's move on. Look at the roadmap, and one thing that I would like to mention is that these guys are literally always on track, or if not, surpassing our expectations. So some of these goals here are actually updated. For example, the third pre-sale already happened. You need to update the website. This is a big deal here. Elastic Supply stablecoin, fourth Launchpad, which is going to be invest in. Okay, we'll talk about that one too. And then you can see the roadmap. It's pretty straightforward, and these guys are the real deal. Certic is the company I was talking to you about. They already partnered with Winkley Berry for their analytics. This is essentially one of the main oracles in BSC, similar to Chainlink. Sorrel's is the first IDO, the first company they launched on their IDO. Euler, second one. Holder Finance, third one. They partnered recently with 11 and BTS Labs, which is a company who specializes into getting new projects, or especially in the blockchain space, into the China market. So this is actually a big deal as well. Now, let's just give a few clicks around, so you can see. Go to WPad. It tells you what's coming next. This one is going to be this week, I'm assuming. Holder Finance already happened. Within minutes it filled. These are the 3 filled, and this is honestly the best launchpad in a space. Like, I cannot exaggerate. There are no glitches. It runs as it should from the first one to the third one. And if you're lucky enough to have enough tokens to get an allocation, you're not gonna regret it. Trust me. WLock. This is mostly to lock liquidity, and let me connect my wallet really fast so I can see this. Okay, connect wallet. This gives you access to see who has locked pairs and tokens. For example, some of the projects like Sorrel and Euler lock their liquidity. That way they're not able to rug us. As you can see here, there's a bunch of liquidity locked. Euler locked about 100 million Euler. So yeah, that's one of the features they have. But the main one here, we're gonna go ahead and go to WSwap, or let's go to Launch App. Launch App. Okay. This here, as you can see here, this is insane. Like I cannot overstate this. This is $913 million in TVL, total value locked. Now, actually, this has gone down quite a bit. We had a retrace, like I said. The entire crypto space took kind of like a crap overnight, and it's starting to return. But this reached over a billion and 1.1 billion, something like that. And this reached this within a week. So I actually have a funny story. I bought some Walt at the release WEX, sorry, WSwap, which is a token for WEX here. As you can see here, WEX. I bought $1,800 worth, right? And at that point, it was 472,123. And as you can see, I remember the number because this is one of the times that I've never felt so wrecked by a 5x in profit. I sold at a 5x, and if I had just held, I don't know why I did that. I kind of needed the money at the time. I would have made over 100K just on that. But sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. So let's talk about what this is. Now, Walt Old, this tells you because what Walt was originally. Okay. The reason this is still here is because a lot of people who were locked in staking, I'll talk about that too, have been locked, and they have to unlock their tokens and swap them over to WaultX, which is the actual governance token now. This is the main token, WaultX. It tells you the supply and it tells you the burn rate. Okay. Now, we're talking about WSwap. Okay. WSwap is a WEX token. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to connect our wallet. I'm going to show you guys how to buy, how to stake, and basically the whole 9 yards. As you can see here, it gives you a little bit of a price information. This is 14 cents. We got to 30 cents, so we're about less than 60% down. So this is a very good entry point. But obviously, do your own research. I'm not your financial advisor. I don't want to be responsible for anything you may win or lose. You can do your own thing. Now, I actually bought the dip. I bought in at about 53, 15 cents. I'm down a little bit, and I bought in at 13 cents. So, like I said, I hold a pretty large bag. The overview tells you the information. The swap, this is the best swap. Okay, honestly, it's the fastest swap. It's pretty straightforward. Now, the pairs, there's not too many pairs at the moment. But if you need to trade or swap, let's say BUSD into BNB, you're not going to go wrong here. It's faster than PCS, less glitchy. PCS, by the way, is PancakeSwap. And the volume has grown to over 400 million, which is the number 4 exchange in all of crypto. Can you imagine that? A project that is barely a week old has gone into there. It actually passed 1 inch. It passed so many other indexes, and this is actually amazing. And I think we're just getting started. That's why I bought such a big amount, especially around the 14, 15 cent range. So yeah, to swap is pretty straightforward. You move here, and you would go around and swapping. Okay. Now my balance is pretty low at the moment. Obviously, as you can see here, this is a test wallet, but I don't have much to swap. Okay, but this is also a swap where I'm sorry, this is also a place where you can add liquidity for farming. I'll teach you guys how to do that as well. Now, once you guys are done swapping, you can go into the farm section. So what I would do is, if you have a few extra BNB and you want to swap it into WEX, you type in WEX. You put the amount you want to swap. Let's say that I wanted to swap my whole 0.25. And the great thing is that you can select your slippage. The slippage, obviously, you want to select as low as possible. And in here, you can swap with as little as 0.1%. So let's say swap, and I would confirm the swap, but I'm not going to do it. So you just go ahead and do that. Once you have the tokens in your wallet, like I said, if you don't see the tokens, don't panic. They're there. They're in your wallet. No one can take them away from you, but you have to add it manually. The token address is going to be either here on CoinGecko, or you can go on BSC scan and type in WEX, WEX. You see it there? You copy this address and you add it to your MetaMask. Pretty straightforward. So I'm trying to run this and then trying to get by this as fast as I can, guys, but this is actually pretty good information you guys should know. Let's go into farm. Now the reason why this project has increased in value is because of the crazy APRs. Just think about this. Um, you got 230%. You have over 1,000, and obviously they've partnered up with 11, which auto compounds your returns, and it's insane. 82 million, 10 million. This is the value locked, and you can keep going down. They have a bunch of pools where you can actually even Doge. Okay, if you want to earn some Doge, 150% on your Doge, go ahead and do that. But yeah, let's say that you wanted to stake some WEX. If you're doing single stake, you obviously would approve first. I've already done this here. As you can see here, let's see. This is my reward. Let's claim. Okay, and confirm. Now, yeah, let's say that it's the first time staking. You're gonna have to approve first, and then you're gonna have to select stake. It's not on my wallet yet, so I can't stake yet. But an easy tip you guys can do, and you guys should do, is if you guys are having trouble, if it's taking forever, lately BSC has been a mess and it's been slow. The Binance Smart Chain has actually struggled to keep up. But let's say you guys are having some trouble, and for example, it's taking a while. See, it's on my wallet already. WEX max, and you're gonna hit stake. Raise the gas price. Okay, I would go somewhere as far as like 12, and if you want to go really crazy, then go 15. But obviously, that 15 and 12 is more, meaning you're gonna pay a little bit more. Compared to ETH is nothing though. 15, as you can see, is gonna push it pretty fast. You're gonna see it staked, and it's gonna start turning your rewards. Just be patient, but you'll see it here. Now, if you wanted to get the bigger rewards, you can do something called add liquidity. Okay, WEX BNB is the one I would recommend. You click on that, and to get the liquidity, you would have to go in here. There's a little hyperlink. You click on that. You select I understand, and you move over here to liquidity. Okay, since you have no liquidity, what you're gonna have to do is add liquidity. You're gonna select your pair. For example, this is BNB. It has to be BNB. Important. Don't do BUSD. Don't do anything else. BNB and WEX. Okay. And let's say that you had, I don't know, 10 BNB. You have to have the exact same amount in WEX. So you can't add more or less. So the thing I do sometimes is, depending on my WEX, let's say I have 10,000 WEX, right? Well, that's my max, and it's gonna automatically match it up. You would select, obviously it's telling me I don't have enough. You would select approve, and then you're gonna add the liquidity. Once it's all selected and done, you're gonna see your balance and liquidity here, and you can go back to farm, and then now you're gonna see your balance, your LP balance, which is liquidity provider balance. So you would approve it. As you can see here, I'll approve it. I'm gonna approve it just to show you guys. Connect wallet, sorry. Okay, approve. It's gonna charge you a little bit, but you have to approve. And this is obviously the best returns. I was actually, because I did have a large amount, I was earning well over $1,000 a day just on farming. Imagine that. At the peak, I was earning about $3,000 a day. Can you imagine that? That's the salary of a of a lawyer. But yeah, I actually unstaked everything, and I went all in on single stake. But that's my choice. You do whatever works best for you. And as you guys can see here in this video alone, it has gone up about 3 cents. Okay, the price starting to rebound. I think we're gonna go to all-time highs pretty soon. And for some reason, right now, you guys probably seen the whole crowd of meme investing. Well, this is for some reason it's decided to pick up WEX, even though this is not a meme or anything like that. We benefit from that anyway. So yeah, once you learn how to stake and you earn your rewards, just be patient. You can claim them at any time. I was actually doing it here. As you can see here, I'm staking. I haven't earned anything yet, but it's staking. Okay. A few other things we can run through is the documents, the Launchpad I was talking about already, the contracts. So the documents tells you more or less. You go to the Medium, and it tells you everything. Walt and WEX, what it is. It tells you the tokens. It tells you governance, risks, roadmap. And if you go into, let's go back into to a charting app like PooCoin. I don't know if you guys heard of this, PooCoin.app. I already typed in the address. As you can see here, this is the market cap, 182 million. And I honestly think my price prediction for this is going to be easily well into the $1 billion range. especially when when Mr. CZ, I have a hard time pronouncing him. The CEO of Binance, when he decides to list this project, and I think they will, you're gonna see massive influx of money coming in. It's going up, as you can see here. This was the top, okay, 38 cents, and we went down and down and down. Obviously, I'm not a charting guy. I'm not going to tell you guys I am. I'm more of a market sentiment guy, and I just follow my guts. It has sometimes steered me wrong, most of the time steers me right. So just do your own research. But yeah, and by the way, if you guys don't know, PooCoin is pretty cool. If you have any question, and let's say that you have a new token you're into, and you want to find out what the market cap is, what the volume is, what the holders are, well, copy the address and paste it in the search. Okay, because a lot of the time the brand new of tokens will not be listed on CoinDeco and will not be listed on CoinMarketCap. Now let's talk about something and a little bit of a price prediction. Um, like I said, I think that this coin can actually be worth well up into the dollar range, which would put it somewhere in about $1 billion range. Um, Easily a 5x, could be more. Um, Especially with the guys putting out as much work as they do. Follow their Telegram, you'll see all that stuff. One catalyst that I see, obviously, is the roadmap here. They're going to release the stablecoin supply, the fourth pre-sale. And obviously, if you follow their Twitter, they're going to release a bunch of new features like something called W pools, which is similar to Pancake, where they have the syrup pools. You're going to be able to mine different types of coins with your WEX. So that's pretty dope. And as you can see here, audits have several audits. Everything's been audited. The team developers are anon, so um, unfortunately that's one of the things. But obviously the PCS guys are too, so wouldn't be too worried about that. These guys are auditing and everything. They're very transparent. Now, like I said, I would see this easily by summer at $1. And one of the things that is insane, right? So you can see here my bookmarks. Let's go into CoinGecko, sorry. WEX, right? Type in WEX, tells you the volume. This alone, this is a little bit off. Okay, the price is not correct because they don't account for the circulating supply. But point is that it's been going up and has a bunch of let's look at BSC scan. Look at the wallet addresses. A week old and we have over 26,000. Okay, that's insane. Okay, and it's gonna grow. That's one of the catalysts. Another thing that people are not talking about is how if you go into Coin Market Cap, we don't even have WEX here yet. Look at this. No WEX. Nothing. Okay? We have Walt. Sorry. Walt, but no WEX. Okay? Can you imagine that? That's insane. There's no WEX in here. Once it goes into Coin Market Cap, it's gonna reach a wider audience and it's just gonna go ape. Another thing is if you go, and I think that's gonna push it probably closer to $400 or $500 million. So you're still very early, easily 2 to 3x by then. Another thing is if you want to make sure what I'm saying, you go into CoinGecko, go to markets, you go to exchanges. Sorry, this is not. Oh, sorry, exchanges, and you go to DEX. Okay, it's gonna give you by volume. Every started again, obviously. So by volume, we have been up into the number 5 or 6. Okay, right now it does every 24 hours. So as you can see on WaltSwap, let's go back into WaltSwap, Walt Finance, and we're going to launch protocol. Okay, and obviously, guys, another thing I forgot to mention is that the fees on WaltSwap are lower than PancakeSwap, and if you're buying with WaltSwap and you're buying WEX, it's actually an incentive because all the fees, 100% of them are being used to burn WEX. So they do a daily burn of millions of coins, which is going to cause the price to go up eventually. Okay, but yeah, I digress. Let's go back into the DEXs. As you can see here, right now it tells you the 24-hour volume is at 0 because it restarted. But if we go into their Twitter, let's It's going to the Twitter. Okay, Twitter. As you can see here, they posted this today. Look at this. This is WaultSwap. Look at the volume. This obviously they're not making it up. This was today. It's insane for a week old. So yeah, sorry it took a little longer than usual. 25 minutes is a long time to watch this video, but honestly, in my opinion, it's very worth it. Do your research, guys. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. And I'm gonna drop another video. This is my video for people who are serious into crypto, and I'm gonna do one sort of the one like Akita, it's gonna be a meme coin, a shit coin, if you will, and you guys might want to check that one out. I don't know too much about the project. I'm just gonna go and I already bought about $2,000 worth of it. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys, thank you, and if you guys like it, subscribe and drop a like. We'll see the channel grow together. Thanks.